good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. This is Film My Run on Zwift. My name is Stephen Cousins and we are broadcasting live on Facebook and on YouTube. While we're getting everything ready, it would be absolutely awesome if you could go and subscribe to the Film My Run YouTube channel and also the Zwift Live YouTube channel. You can also find us on Facebook at facebook.com/filmmyrun and also Twitter at filmmyrun, and the website is www.filmmyrun.com. It's very nearly time, so sit back, relax, don't forget to drop me a ride on and watch me do all the hard work.
Hello gang, sorry I'm late. Do you know what? It was weird because I was on the treadmill setting everything up for Victoria and I said, Victoria, we've got 15 minutes yet. And so I went in the house, started to do various bits and bobs. Suddenly I'm late. I was about to make myself a drink to bring out. I looked at the clock and it was 6 p.m. I thought, oh no. Anyway, I'm here now. So I'm just catching up with the back of the pack. Victoria is with you. She has the red beacon. Oh, hang on a minute. I'm not sure your mic's on. Is it just speaking to it for a second? No, hang on. So let me just set up Victoria's microphone. Right, try now.
Hello all. Happy Friday, happy weekend.
Sarah Jacobson says, get it together, man. Right, Victoria is in charge of YouTube chat tonight.
Hello to Sebastian, he says good evening. Hello to Laurie Paulson. She says, hello everyone. A huge well done to you, Laurie. Your fantastic achievement last weekend. You've certainly levelled up. Hello to Amy Green, to Paul Hayward, to Lee Betts. She says, good evening, everyone. I am not running tonight, but Nick is. And have a good run, all.
Yeah, I've just seen Nick Betts.
Thanks, Lee. She also says, well done on your 18-miler last weekend, Victoria. And well done to Ellis for an amazing parents' evening.
Right, first story of the night, first story of the day. Victoria was planning on doing a run outdoors today. And she said to me, oh, I thought maybe I would do 18 miles outside and then do the treadmill run. I said, what? You'll be knackered. There's no way you'll want to do that. So we've agreed. Well, I then said you could do one lap. So it's 2 laps of 9 miles. I said you could do one lap and then do the treadmill. But then we settled on treadmill tonight, long run tomorrow. So Victoria's going to do a long run tomorrow after all that.
I've been lacking confidence because prior to last Sunday, my longest run in this marathon training block was 9 miles.
Marathon training block such as it has been,
yeah,
like nothing.
But please, this is not recommending people jump from 9 to 18 miles. I am an ultra runner. I went very slow.
Oh, really slow.
My body can cope with that. Hello to Jackie Ramos. She says, hello everyone, have a good run. And thanks, Victoria, for the shout out the other day. You're welcome, Jackie. You've ticked off another star. Really envious of you.
Yeah, well done for the Tokyo Marathon, Jackie.
Lee Bett says, well done to Laurie. Laurie said, thank you. It was fun. A hard experience for sure. But you did it, Laurie. You absolutely smashed it.
And you looked really pleased with yourself and happy at the end. You didn't look broken at the end, Laurie. In the photo that I saw, anyway.
Hello to Tina Beard. She says, hello everyone, happy Friday. Hello to Clive Finnemore. Says, good evening everyone. Paul Hayward says it's all that sea air. Hello to Amy Green. She's aiming for 17 miles on Monday, and that will be her longest run.
Nice one, Amy. Amy, see if you can manage before... how long is it to Brighton now?
Is it 3 weeks?
Oh, maybe that's too long. Not long enough then. I was going to say to Amy, maybe next week she could try one 20-miler, but that, I think 2 weeks before the marathon, that's probably not a good idea. Sarah says, is there a late join option for this run? There is, Sarah, but I don't know how late. So I don't know whether it's 5 minutes or half an hour. There is a late join option. I just don't know how late. Yoko, I've just passed Yoko. Hello, Yoko. I suppose I better say hello to the gang in game, because I haven't really done that yet.
Sebastian is missing Tina tonight, and he says, I hope everything is okay. Laurie says, haha, I definitely had the slow ultra pace. But Laurie, that's what ultras are about. It's being able to have enough energy to just keep going. Tina is pointing out to Sebastian that she is here, but ran outside today.
Did what?
Tina Beard has run outside today.
Oh, she's run outside. I thought she said she's run out of sight today. Right, Sarah Jacobson isn't staying for the whole thing. She's just coming for 30 minutes of Stephen bashing, which is her prerogative. So 30 minutes of Stephen bashing begin. The problem is that Marcus Holmes is in the run as well, so it's a deadly across the pond assault.
Laurie says that she wasn't broken, but she also says I also couldn't round up that last 0.45 to get to 30 miles, even though she had the time.
I saw that, Laurie. I was thinking, just like less than half a mile. But it doesn't matter. It's absolutely fine.
But Laurie, do you know, it's absolutely great that you felt that you paced it well and within your capabilities.
Yeah.
Slow but steady.
Yeah.
But that's what gets you to the end of ultras, and you really have levelled up. Tina says Stephen bashing. I like it.
Please don't feel you need to stay for that long.
And for anybody who remembers the old hashtag Scream for Victoria,
or 5k or 10k, whatever you like, at whatever speed you like.
Tonight, I am a very happy lady.
You're a very happy lady. Why? Sorry, I missed that bit. I've been chatting on the live game, in-game chat.
Hashtag Scream for Victoria.
Oh, yes. Okay, so this is the first proper flat run that we've done on the new Noble Pro 10i. By the way, Marcus Holmes is suggesting we do the last hour at marathon pace. And the answer to that is an unequivocal no. I don't think I could do 15 minutes at marathon pace.
Whose marathon pace?
Well, mine and Marcus's, which basically sub 3 marathon pace. Paul Deering, that was not £1 worthy, by the way.
Laurie says she felt the same. It killed her to miss the 30 miles by so close, but she just couldn't do it.
It doesn't matter at all. It doesn't matter. I mean, your goal was marathon distance, so you did well over that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right.
And she says all the encouragement from us all carried her along.
Fabulous.
Amy
Right.
Green
Oh,
ran
sorry.
13 miles on Monday and felt that was too much.
Am I going to get a word in edgeways for these 90 minutes?
No, absolutely not. I'm keeping up with my responsibilities. I'm reading out all the messages. Paul Hayward says, well done, Laurie. Laurie says, yay for Victoria's screen. Hashtag scream for Victoria.
Sarah Jacobson says, let her speak.
Sebastian says, well done, Victoria. And Tina would like to know, are you loving your screen, Victoria? Tina, I am very, very happy indeed. Although I will say, I do normally like to understand how something works before I use it. I didn't have time tonight, so Stephen set it all up. I came out here, I pressed the screen, and basically I turned Zwift off and had to reload it. User error.
Well, no,
However,
let me just interject there. So this is one thing I've already learned that we need to sort out about this new treadmill, because there is a definite design flaw. So you know how if you go for a run, you might want to run on Zwift, or you might want to watch a YouTube video or something on Netflix on the inbuilt screen. Because the brilliant thing about the 10i is that it has Zwift built into it, so you can run on Zwift with the screen on the treadmill. However, say you're running on Zwift, or you're just doing a run, and you're in Netflix, and you want to change to YouTube, or you want to go onto Zwift, or back and forth. You can't do it. If you change apps on the treadmill stops and your run is lost and you have to start again, which is ridiculous, and we are feeding that back to Noble Pro. So hopefully a software update will deal with that. It just seems like apps can't run in the background. So that's why it's not really Victoria's fault, because intuitively you would expect to be able to swipe between apps and have them still run in the background.
I've got a feeling then. So you have Zwift loaded on your screen, and then if you want, you can overlay the Noble Pro stats. So I can now see what my
you can do
speed
that.
is, elevation. I'm wondering if I should have closed that screen before touching Zwift.
I don't know.
Anyway, I am very happy. It's a really, really clear screen. I do not need my spectacles.
Spectacles?
Yes,
Who calls them spectacles these days?
I do.
You don't call them glasses, like any
Or-
normal person.
Or glasses.
Glasses.
Paul Hayward says hashtag 2 screens for Victoria.
Well, actually, now look, you say that. Victoria has got 2 screens.
Well, for work.
I know you've got that screen on the treadmill and that screen in front of you.
Well, yes.
With
yes.
the software on it, with the
Yes.
live streaming software and the chat. I've only got 1 screen.
Oh, you have 2 screens.
Well, if you're calling the iPhone a screen,
Yes.
it's only a tiny screen on my right.
Marcus Holmes, he also wears spectacles. Clive Finnemore wears eyewear.
Marcus does not wear spectacles. Marcus wears glasses. Surely.
Laurie is just walking today, still recovering, but body feels really good. No pains and the muscle soreness is gone.
That's good.
Yeah, but it's good, Laurie, that you are still being controlled and just walking.
Yeah, that is a big effort.
Yeah.
You do not want to get back to running too soon. Right, Sarah Jacobson, in the little time she's got left, is doing her level best. She always defending Victoria. Apparently, now she's claiming that I'm saying Victoria has too many screens. Too many screens now. And to be honest with you, do you know what? Sarah's right. She does have too many screens. I've only got 1.5, 1.25 screens. Victoria's got 2 massive screens.
Tina Beard says toys are about to leave Stephen's pram. Yeah, I think I've read that out too late. And they have already left the pram.
Marcus wants to know what our Wordle scores were today. Anybody want to give us their Wordle scores? I can tell you what mine was, and I think Victoria beat me. Didn't you do it in 3?
Yeah, 3 for me.
3 for Victoria. I did it in 4 today. So Victoria wins there as well.
How many times have you got
More
Wordle in one?
screens. Oh, here we go. Right. I have got Wordle in one time. Once. I've got Wordle in 1. How many times have you got Wordle in 1, Victoria?
3. No.
3 times.
And that's not cheating, that's just absolute potluck.
In the space of a year as well, isn't it?
No, isn't it 1,000 Wordles today?
Yeah, it's 1,000. Yes, today's 1,000 Wordles, by the way. Marcus Holmes will never get his first word. He'll never get it in 1.
Has it already been a chosen word?
No, it's because and I know the first word that Marcus uses.
No, don't
does Sarah
divulge
Jacobson.
it.
We will not be divulging the first word that Marcus uses, but suffice to say, the New York Times will never include that word in Wordle.
But it's my rule that if my starting word is Wordle, I then change my starting word the following day.
I have changed my starting word recently. So I used to use crane all the time, C-R-A-N-E. But I now use innate.
Mine is currently audio. But last year we were on holiday and I got it in 1 twice in the same week. It was ridiculous.
Sarah Jacobson does the same as you, Victoria. Changes it if she gets it in 1. How many times have you got it in 1 then, Sarah?
Laurie says, definitely not me. I'm intermittent and longest stretches too. She says, hey, about Wordle, the next town over from her has the longest stretch in the USA. And her town is in 5th place.
Wow. Sarah Jacobson's got it in 3 times as well as you, Vic. Got it in 1 3 times.
We're awesome, Sarah.
Oh, here we go.
Tina gave up on Wordle months ago.
Middle-aged women sticking together. Menopausal women holding hands across the Atlantic.
Laurie says is it Hoquiam in Aberdeen?
I don't know. I can't pronounce that. Laurie,
Hoquiam?
Hoquiam? Yeah, maybe Hoquiam, yeah.
Laurie said it's coach's orders not to run, and she's actually listening.
Sarah just pops in with watch yourself, buddy. She's got a lot. Thing is, Sarah Jacobson has long enough arms to punch me from Chicago.
What's this Marcus is saying?
Marcus says menopausal women holding hands across the Atlantic would be a good brand name. or band name. Well, either brand or band. Band or album title. Yeah, album title or band name. Yeah, I like that.
Tina says, oh, Stephen, will you not learn? That's dangerous talk. One thing I would like to say about this screen, it's a zoomed-in view of Zwift, and I can actually read all the in-game messages without my spectacles.
Oh, yes, you can see it on there.
Yeah.
That's good.
Whereas...
Before, yeah, on the iPad you can't see it.
When I'm even on that one.
Yeah.
is often too small.
So we are 3.2 kilometres in, the little yellow beacon and the red beacon here. Marcus says this is my favourite song. This is everyone's favourite song. Everyone loves this tune. So, should we be quiet while it's on?
What, not menopausal women holding hands across the Atlantic?
That is not a song. That is an album title or a band name. It's not a song name, Victoria. This song, although it's very sweet, is actually called Go to Hell. If you want to look it up and try and find it and download it.
Tina is being sensible here. She says, how does the actual treadmill feel, Vic? Tina, I really liked the old treadmill and I really like this one. It does feel different. And I would say underfoot, it's a firmer feel, similar to the Techno Gym My Run.
So, Victoria started running tonight, and she immediately said, it feels faster. Have you settled into it a bit more?
Yes, absolutely.
So, and this is the second person, so another person who's got a 10i, said to me on WhatsApp that his 10k time on the Noble Pro 8i was faster, and he's slowed down on the 10i because it feels harder to run on. And that's exactly what it should do, because a better road feel, like the My Run here, will make you feel like you're working harder, and it's more accurate to outdoors.
Which is why I believe that the 8i is defaulted to, is it 1% or 2%?
Say that again.
I wonder if the 8 is defaulted to, is it 1 or 2%?
Oh, so if it's 1 or 2, it's 2%. So at 2%, it should feel just as hard, you mean?
That's what my theory's always been.
Yeah, maybe you're right.
So I've been cheating myself if I stick 0 shoes on.
Amy, it's not slow. Amy's got the 8i.
No, absolutely not.
It's not slow. It's just easier on your legs. It makes it feel easier.
It's slightly softer underfoot, is how I would describe it.
So maybe the impact is less or something?
Yeah, this feels more like I am running on the road, on a hard surface, whereas perhaps the 8 is more equivalent to a compact path. Would that be?
Yeah. It's difficult to say, to be honest. I mean, I did measure the speed of the 8i, and I've measured the speed of this treadmill. And they're both very good, but the 8i, it does slow down. The heavier you are, marginally, it slows down. The heavier you are, the more your foot will impact the belt, and the more that will slow down the belt. The motor the torque of the motor is not as good on the 8i as it is on this. And that's understandable given that this treadmill costs around $1,500 more. So, I mean, you are still getting a fantastic treadmill with the 8i.
Yeah, and it's just marginal. There's nothing...
Yeah, there's hardly anything in it. Maybe in terms of heart rate, 5 beats per minute difference.
If that,
yeah. Right, Sarah Jacobson's got 5 more minutes left. Then she's going to go away, and then she's going to try and come back and walk with us for a bit. If she can't get in, I'm sure she'll join in on the YouTube chat in the middle of a conference call or something.
Tina's reassuring Amy because she says that you don't run without 0 shoes. Well, Hayward is suggesting that we need to run with a foot on both treadmills.
You see if your left leg gets left behind.
That would be an interesting experiment.
I don't think you could get them both close enough. Just coming up to 4 kilometres done. We've been running for 26 minutes. We're here for the full 90 minutes this evening, running through London. We'll do our usual route, where we go into the centre of London past Buckingham Palace and then out into the Surrey Hills, up Box Hill and down Fox Hill, back down to the tube station. We're just coming up to Trafalgar Square at the moment. Then we'll run through Admiralty Arch. Sarah Jacobson has just stopped, so maybe she's calling it a day slightly early.
Well done, Sarah. Thanks for joining.
Good job, Sarah.
Tina says...
she says, I'm back. Did you miss me? No, we didn't realise you'd gone away. I thought you were still there.
Tina says she puts her treadmill slightly faster to put her heart rate the same as outside.
Yeah, that is a good...
Or take the zero shoes off.
Sensible idea. Right, Sarah Jacobson... You know I said Sarah Jacobson was going to go away and then come back later? She's already done that. She's already gone away and now she's come back and she's now walking. How many weeks have we got left of this? Only 2 more weeks, isn't there? Wow. We only have 2 more weeks left of Brighton Marathon Training.
Not got one on the last Friday.
Yeah, I think we have, maybe, yeah. Maybe we've got 3 weeks left. Hang on a minute. Today... Well, today's the 15th. No, so we've got 2 more. 22nd, 29th.
So we don't get one the first...
No, we've got
Good
one...
Friday.
We've got one more on the 22nd of March.
Then we get the Good Friday, which is the 29th.
29th of March, and that's it. That's the last one.
So we're not running the Friday before Brighton.
Oh, no. Definitely not.
We'll be on taper time.
Taper time. Yeah.
That's a bit I look forward to.
So we've got 2 more interval sessions on Wednesdays and 2 more long runs on the Friday.
And I'm ashamed to say that I haven't done the interval session for the past 2 weeks. I was at parents' evening. No. Yeah,
you were parents' evening last week.
No, this week.
This week, sorry.
And I was at something last week. I can't remember what the heck I was doing.
Were you in town with Elsa for some reason?
No.
Oh no, that was last night.
Might have been another meeting.
Yeah. Oh, it was a school meeting. It was the school.
Was it the China trip? Something.
Oh, I don't know. Can't remember now.
But
Life is a blur. Life is a blur.
It is. I meant to try and fit it into my schedule. I haven't, but I have been to our local track on Monday.
So the plan is still that I will be pacing 4 hours. Oh, Theo's off for dinner.
Bye, Theo.
Thanks for joining, Theo. See you next time. Marcus has done 30 minutes.
Well done, Marcus.
Oh no, we've all done 30 minutes. 1/3 of the way through, everyone. Well done.
Oh, you know what that means?
Time for a Malteser.
Not for you, Mr. C.
No. I've been stealing too many of Victoria's Maltesers during the week, so I'm not allowed any tonight. Although I am going to have some of her tea. So, yes, the plan is, as we pass the Cenotaph, Tomb of the Unknown Soldier in London, I will be pacing 4 hours at the Brighton Marathon on April the 7th. So anybody who wants to try and get near 4 hours for a marathon, if you're coming along to to Brighton, then we must make sure that we're all together and we'll run together the whole way and do a 4-hour marathon. Victoria
will attempt.
Victoria will perfectly well be able to run a 5-hour marathon. So Victoria is going to pace 5 hours. So anyone who wants to get close to 5 hours. Amy Green, we are looking at you. Then
Amy and Lee.
you can all start together and see how far you get. Sarah Jacobson says Victoria is the best pacer around. And Sarah does have total experience of that because Victoria and Sarah ran the Paris Marathon virtually arm in arm last year and did very well together. So, yeah.
And so I have to say, Sarah did incredibly well to keep her head in the game.
Sarah says she literally carried me. I don't think she did, Sarah.
No, I didn't. I just had to keep focusing you.
Paul Hayward thought it was the ginger cape that kept you both going.
Oh yes, it was kept me going. I don't think I've ever consumed so much ginger cake in one day. I wasn't sure how many slices was acceptable to take from the finish line table. Theo is in for the 4-hour marathon.
Right, Theo, you and me, we're still trying to persuade Sebastian to secretly come along and just jump in.
I believe Paul Deering is targeting.
Yeah, Paul Deering we think is going to be doing 4 hours as well. Sarah Jacobson says, are you going to try and make another reservation, Stephen? What, live on air like we did last year? I could try that, couldn't I? Yeah, we need to arrange our meal for Saturday night. So the night before the marathon, we should be planning to meet up for food at a restaurant in Brighton. And if you are in Brighton on Friday night, then you will be available for Park Run on Saturday morning. So we're going to do Park Run, which is 5 kilometres on Saturday morning. We're going to meet together to eat a meal on Saturday evening. And then we're going to run the marathon, or some people are going to run the 10K on Sunday.
Sebastian says, sorry, not this year.
Not this year, Sebastian.
Hello,
Next time.
Hello to James Hodge. He says, well done, Laurie. Just popped in to say, have a great run, everyone. He ventured out for a run on the South Downs this evening.
Very nice.
Tina says, Taryn and I will run our 10K, then have plenty of time to see you all over the finish line.
Sounds good.
Donuts on the pier, Tina.
Now, who is running the 100 Hills tomorrow? James, are you running? Somebody's running it. Anthony Anderson, or is it Jonathan Perkin? Somebody from Zwift is running the 100 Hills tomorrow. The Centurion 100 Hills, which is tomorrow's race, 50k race tomorrow.
Amy Green says she's already checked cut-off times, 7.5 hours, so I think she'll be okay. Amy, you will be more than okay.
Marcus Holmes says, is Brighton fairly flat? I would say yes, it's fairly flat. So much like Paris is relatively flat, Brighton is relatively flat as well. There's just
some inclines.
There's a couple of little inclines, but they're not much to speak of.
Hello to Leafon. He says, we got spring here. Now there are puddles blocking the entire road. You basically need to be a stuntsman to not get your foot wet. We had that. Was it a couple of weeks ago we visited my mother and all the roads around her were flooded. Amy is not going to check the course beforehand.
Not worth it, Amy. Just start running and don't stop till you finish the finish line.
Hello to Tortoise. Great work, everyone. Just in from work. I'll be away for my birthday Brighton Marathon weekend, but I'll be cheering you all from afar.
Thanks, Tortoise.
Thank you.
Tortoise is pretty local to us, I think. Definitely Sussex-based.
Tina says, Amy, it can't be as hard as Beachy Head.
Yeah, no, Brighton Marathon is definitely not as hard as Beachy Head. Which you did in about 6 hours, Amy, so that's fine. We're 5.5 kilometres. The rain has finally stopped in London. And we're about to cross the bridge and head out to the tube station. This time last week, Tina had us running a progressive run. But Tina's already done her progression run today outside. So we're all right. We can stick at 9 kph for the whole run. How's your heart rate, by the way?
My heart rate is 133.
Okay. And would you say 133 is normal for you at this point in time on this speed?
I don't honestly remember. I've had a really,
I've just had a massive crash heart rate. Look, 95.
I've had a really busy week. I'm tired.
Look at the moon. Look at the moon.
Probably where it should be.
Right in front of you, Paul Hayward.
Tortoise says yes, Billingshurst, and work in Brighton some days. Tina did a progression outside. She says it was in the rain and was horrible. But Tina, you did it. So many people wouldn't. Do you know, I'm higher up, Steve. I feel quite important.
You haven't felt your head bumping on the ceiling yet, though?
No, I'm
not
that tall.
You're a good 3 inches from the ceiling there, so I think you're all right.
Are you going to tell me that you're only 2 inches from the ceiling when you run on this treadmill?
Yes, because as we all know, I am taller than you. Right, Sarah Jacobson wants material to poke fun at me about. She wants me to tell a story of some time I've been an idiot. There are no stories of me being an idiot.
Where do we start, Sarah? Sebastian says warm and sunny in Berlin today. 20 degrees Celsius. Gosh, that is warm. It's currently 16.9 degrees in Shed Quarters.
That's nearly 17, Victoria.
It is. I didn't say 17 for fear of you telling me off.
Oh, I see. So we're coming up to 6k in 40 minutes. 6 kilometres done, 40 minutes done.
It's suddenly gone to 17.1. The air heated up. Tina Beard says, Sarah, he's basically an idiot from dawn till dusk. Fighting talk.
Marcus Holmes wants to know where Cape Middleton is. Victoria, specifically asking you, Victoria, where is Cape Middleton?
As if I would know.
Like you would know.
Or indeed care. All the conspiracy theories are out.
Paul Hayward says she's busy editing photos.
Yes.
Sarah would like to know that as well. The Americans, it seems, are very keen on this conspiracy story regarding Cape Middleton.
And
I don't think the Brits give a flying. Do we?
And now there's all this talk about whether William has had an affair, isn't there?
Really?
Yes.
I've not heard this. Apparently William's had an affair. Who's been? Sarah Jacobson must have read about this.
I think this is all coming out because the press are really cross with not knowing where Kate is.
I'm sure she's fine, isn't she? She's not dead. My theory is was and has always been that, because we all know that Paul McCartney is dead. My theory is that Paul McCartney has been living as Kate Middleton all this time. As far as I know, the dates that when Paul McCartney died and Kate Middleton was born don't match up at all, but that doesn't stop a good conspiracy theory.
Now you're just being silly.
Don't you think they look alike? Have you ever seen Paul McCartney and Kate Middleton in the same room at the same time?
No.
I stand... No, not I stand corrected. I rest my case. That's what I do. I rest my case.
Although Paul McCartney did used to live in the same town as me.
Does that mean that you're Paul McCartney?
No.
Paul Hayward reckons in between the birth of... the death of Paul McCartney and the birth of Kate Middleton, Paul McCartney was living as Lady Diana. In all honesty, I struggle to know what to say about it. I don't really care. I think she's absolutely fine. She's had an operation. She's convalescing. The photograph was just blown out of all proportion, if you'll pardon the pun.
But the state are paying them millions of pounds to live this privileged life.
Yeah, but
therefore the state should know exactly what she is doing.
Well, they know that she's in convalescence, having had a major operation, and she's now...
But do they know?
Oh, stop adding fuel to the fire, Victoria.
Tina says, I have no idea what anyone is talking about, but I can't stand Paul McCartney.
Well, if you can't stand Paul McCartney, by default, you also can't stand Kate Middleton or the royal family. Marcus Holmes says, yes, you guys pay her salary, in essence saying you should be demanding to know where Kate is.
Yes, or we'll just withhold payments. Hello to Niels. Says, well done, everyone. Was prevented from participating today, so I'm handing out some ride-ons instead. Thank you, Niels. Sarah says, my Zwift chat isn't working, but I love this fight.
That's because, Sarah Jacobson, I think you're too far away from us now for us to see your chat messages. So, we are coming up to halfway. We're through the tube tunnel, we're out. It's dark in London now, and we're about to start climbing Box Hill. Halfway through, everyone. Full stop. Well done. Full stop. Just keep turning those legs over.
Sarah says no chat is coming up for her on the companion app. Thank you, Marcus. 45 minutes done.
Does that mean Laurie's finished running, or just is she a bit further back that the chat won't go through?
Yeah, she says I'm off the run, but still here in the YouTube chat. It is great, though, isn't it, that people can still be part of this community, still be part of this specific group run without having to run.
Yeah. It's like cheering on from the sidelines. In a looped race, if you're going round in a circle, then the crowd is still there cheering you on each loop.
Yeah.
Yeah, so well over halfway now. Red and yellow beacons together, climbing up the hill. Remember, you don't have to stay for the whole run. You can log off after an hour if you want to, or you can stay for the full 90 minutes. You can join us in the chat on YouTube. If you're not watching YouTube, by the way, then make sure you tune in now. Oh, hang on a minute. That doesn't work, does it?
Sarah says, I just think it's so crazy how William has turned into his father, and Harry exactly like Diana. Well, Hayward says, marvellous. Lee Bett says, yes, I love that, and I often watch my run back too the next day.
We should actually go through everyone and give everyone ride-ons. Maybe we'll wait till we've done an hour. So when we get to an hour, I'll just go around everyone and give ride-ons.
Laurie's done on Zwift. She says, Sarah, that's what happens when so far back from the group you can't see the chatting game anymore. It happens to her.
Most of the time.
Yeah.
Laurie, yeah, so that's a good reason to always join the live stream chat, and that you can keep chatting with everyone and you don't lose contact with everyone. 7 kilometres done.
Of course, yes, because it was Sarah reloading. Sarah says, gotcha. Yeah, the chat wouldn't even load on the companion app even after restarting it. She says, I guess you are stuck with me here.
I'm still trying to think of instances when I've been an idiot that you can take the mickey out of me for, and I just can't think of any. You know when you're put on the spot, and there are so many things you could think of.
Do you know the most classic thing for me? And it was many, many years ago.
What, that I've done?
Yeah.
Go on then.
It was over 14 years ago. Nearly 15 years ago.
Are you saying that I haven't done any idiotic things in 14 years?
No, but it's the most funniest idiotic thing.
Was it marrying you?
No, because that was 12 years ago.
Oh. Have we only been married 12 years?
Yeah.
Feels like a lifetime.
We went bowling together.
10-pin bowling? Not crown green bowling, 10-pin.
No, we went 10-pin bowling. It was when I was heavily pregnant with Elsa. Do you remember?
No.
And we drove home and we got out of the car. And I looked at Stephen and he was still wearing his bowling shoes, bless him.
I do remember that, actually. They were very comfy bowling shoes. What did we do about that? Did I go back the next day and get them?
Next day, you had to drive all the way back. Yes, Sarah says, calling out of menopausal women was pretty ridiculous. She says, Ari and I will celebrate our 15th wedding anniversary in 2 months. Nice one.
Very good.
Tina says, idiot.
Marcus Holmes says, he was once dressed in a suit.
He was once dressed in a suit?
Only once, yeah. Dressed in a suit with proper dress, shoes and everything, all patent leather and shiny. And he went to kick a stick on the ground. And he went to kick it and then realised that it was a big pile of poo. Did you actually kick it and it went everywhere? Yes, it looks like he did. He says, I went to kick it just for fun and it turned out to be a big pile of poo instead. Yeah. So I think he did kick it. Hilarious.
And I bet it was fresh as well. Not all dried up.
He says I had to throw the shoes away.
Oh dear. Amy Green says, me and hubby have just celebrated our 12th wedding anniversary.
Very nice, Amy. Well done. Yeah, congratulations to you too.
Congratulations.
So, hang on a minute. Now, have we been married over 12 years?
Yes.
So this will be our 13th in November, will it?
Correct.
Okay. Unlucky for some, 13 years marriage.
Sebastian will be I can't even speak. Sebastian will be celebrating 25 years of marriage next year.
Well done, Sebastian. Amazing. I'm not old enough to have been married 25 years.
Me neither.
If I'd been married 25 years, I would have had to get married at 10 years old.
Sophia will be, in October, will have been married for 5 years, but together 28 years.
So that begs the question, what took you or your husband so long to propose?
Sebastian has been together 35 years with his wife.
Clive Finible's been married 21 years. He says he got married at the age of 5 because he's younger than me.
Leafon says, what happened to chat loading in Zwift? Why did the person say it was not loading? Because they rejoined this group run and they're too far away from us in the game to see chat.
So if you're in Zwift, you will only see chat from people who are relatively nearby to you. So if somebody is 10 minutes back, the Zwift assumes that you are not involved in the same group of people, so it won't show you the chat.
Lee and Nick Betts will also be celebrating their 25th wedding anniversary next year, and they'll be celebrating their daughter's 27th birthday this year.
Very good. Congratulations again on that.
Yeah.
So we're all, funnily enough, everyone who's married in this group will be celebrating their wedding anniversary at some point this year.
That's really bizarre, isn't it?
It is incredible.
What a coincidence.
What a coincidence. 8K done for the yellow and red beacon group. 8 kilometres completed for the yellow beacon.
Right, I have made a rookie error tonight.
Are you not wearing any pants?
No. Well, not no. Yes, I am wearing pants.
Backs yourself into a corner there, Mrs. Cousins.
So when I started this run, my right shoe felt too loose. I should have stopped and sorted it out.
You can still stop now and sort it out.
I didn't. And now my foot is rubbing on my shoe because it's moving about.
Well, why don't you just stop and just tie it up?
Sarah Jacobson says, you guys, I don't know if you know this, but walking is so much easier than running.
I don't believe you. It takes longer to get where you're going, though. That's the problem. Right, Victoria has bitten the bullet. She hates doing this, by the way, because she feels like she's cheating. Me, on the other hand, I don't give a flying whatever. Quite happy to step off the treadmill. But Victoria doesn't like stepping off the treadmill or stopping. But she has done it to tie her shoelaces.
I equally don't like having a blister.
Yeah, better to stop, tie your shoelace, than get a blister.
But it's also better to stop when you know you've got an issue.
Yes.
I.e. at the beginning of the run.
Well, yes. But we've all done that, haven't we, on a run where something's not quite right, but you carry on running partly because you can't be bothered to stop. You can't be bothered to take your pack off or bend down and tie your shoelace or whatever it might be, or readjust your watch. Whatever's wrong, you're now running, you're in the groove, you're in a kind of rhythm. You don't want to stop. But then the longer it goes on, the more it becomes an issue.
Tina Beard says sitting on the sofa is much easier than walking. Sarah says, so what I'm hearing is that Stephen is a big cheater.
I like to think of myself more of a lion than a cheetah. King of the jungle. That's me. Marcus Holmes was in Japan earlier this week. And he says he was in the hotel gym in Tokyo. And he was running on the treadmill. And whilst running on the treadmill, of course, he was watching one of our Zwift videos. And he was actually watching 100 miles of Watopia, when me and Amy and Jeff Partridge and Clive Finnemore ran 100 miles on the treadmill. And Marcus was watching that video whilst running. And he says the guy next to him on the treadmill in the gym was very intrigued by what he was watching. Did you have the sound up as well? Could he hear what we were saying? Did he know that there was people running 100 miles on the treadmill? Maybe he thought you were going to try and run along and do 100 miles as well.
Maybe it was just in disbelief that Marcus was watching something as mind-numbingly boring.
Right, the thing is, it is weird, and Marcus is quite a strange person, because he quite often watches that 100-mile video, or portions of it.
That is because Marcus will be doing 100 miles on Zwift.
Do you think that's what it is? Do you think he's like...
He's preparing
himself mentally for when he does it?
Absolutely. But Marcus, I would actually be genuinely interested to know if that is the case.
I think he does want to do... He has done 100 miles on the treadmill, but he had some sleep in between.
Yes, I know. Because if I do a run, I prepare myself mentally in advance.
Marcus says his favourite part of the 100 miles of Watopia video is 14 hours and 12 minutes in.
Is that where you get lost?
I've no idea what happens at 14 hours and 12 minutes in, but I'm now intrigued to go and have a look and find out. I hope everyone's comfortable. Heart rate for me is 116 beats per minute, hovering between zones 1 and 2, which is an improvement, I think, on last week and the week before. I have generally been in zone 2 for these runs. So zone 1 for most of it is quite good. I'm quite pleased with that. Yes, Victoria, I can't wait for the next 100-mile attempt with this group, says Marcus. So he's not prepared to put it out there and say, yes, I'm going to do it on August the 5th. However, if we suddenly announced that we were doing 100 miles on the treadmill,
Marcus would
be on it in a flash. There is the story of the cocaine incident, Victoria.
Yeah, I'm not sure that's you being an idiot or just naive.
Well, isn't that tantamount to the same thing? Almost.
I'm not sure I should be talking about this live on air.
Oh, I think it's all right. We all know what happens in rock bands, don't we?
Yeah, I won't mention the name of the band.
Okay.
We were backstage, and
it is a very well-known band, though. I mean,
yes, it's an internationally
known rock band.
Stephen was asked if he would like some coke
by the guitarist.
Stephen failed to see this.
Well, I said yes, I would.
Powder.
I said yes, I would like some coke.
So Stephen leaps up from his chair and goes and grabs a can of coke.
Well, how was I to know? Marcus Holmes says, "Did you do cocaine with Bono?" No, I didn't. Not as big a band as U2. It's definitely internationally renowned, but not as big as U2.
Tina says, I'm not sure anyone has the time to do 100 miles on the treadmill nowadays.
I know it does feel like that, actually. It feels... I've thought about doing 100 miles again a few times. And I've just thought, when the hell would I fit it in? When can I schedule it that would work? And I haven't been able to do it yet.
Paul Hayward says not good for trying to shower. And Tina says...
So we can see that, Sarah.
Tina said, Clive is very quiet tonight. No coffee, ?
Yeah, Clive hasn't had any coffee. If you've seen Clive yesterday, oh my goodness, he said he had a pint of coffee and he was absolutely wired yesterday.
Good God. He probably didn't sleep all night.
Clive says, I'm just listening along in the background. Well over 1 hour done now. So if you're here, you may as well keep here. That's not a very good sentence. Not my finest sentence construction ever. What I mean to say is, you may as well stay here now. To the end. I mean, no pressure, but if you've made it this far, we've only got 27 minutes to go. And we've done nearly 9.5 kilometres. So 4K to go.
Heart rate 135 for me.
Clive Finnemore says, ultra runners are fueled by Coke. Tina says, I have a degree in English, don't you know? As in, taking the mick out of me for my rubbish sentence construction, when I'm regularly going on about my first-class honours degree in English. Yeah, I know.
Marcus.
I said something the other day to Marcus and Sarah as well. I can't remember what it was now, but something on WhatsApp. And both of them immediately jumped down my throat. Oh, it was one of those, like... Marcus and... I said Marcus and me instead of... what should I have said?
Says everyone's killing this run tonight.
Marcus and I. Yeah. I said Marcus and me instead of Marcus and I don't know, something like that. Right down my throat they were. You claim to have a degree in English? I felt like a fool. I was so embarrassed. I felt like a fool.
Sebastian says, oh no, Tina, from now on, I'm better saying nothing again. Absolutely not, Sebastian.
Fantastic effort, Olaf.
Sebastian, we always love your chat. Sarah says, really proving your chops here.
Only 2 weeks to go of me getting the stick thrown at me for 90 minutes every Friday evening.
Oh, is that Marcus that's back on?
Not Marcus's stick, no.
Is he back on nightly plank?
Oh, wow. Yeah, Marcus says I'm back on the nightly plank club. He says I stink at it. We really should do that, shouldn't we?
It was years ago we did it.
Well, I tried to start it again last year, and I didn't get very far. I think I did about 3 nights in a row, and then gave up again. Clive Finnemore was always very diligent at it.
I did nearly a month, and then there was one night I really hurt my back, and I've never planked again.
Lee Betts says she's really going to miss our runs. Well, listen, we will always be doing something. So usually, Lee, the main run where we have a lot of banter and a lot of chat is usually Monday, the Monday community run. Now, I haven't been doing that run recently because I've been going outdoors to the track. But the Monday community run is usually around 6:30 every Monday, UK time.
And am I correct in thinking you're trying to update which runs you will do on Zwift so that people know in advance when we'll live stream?
Yeah, so I do have a website with a schedule. So if you go to Zwift.run, you'll be able to see a schedule. And I'm trying to keep that up to date as we get to the top of Box Hill.
And I am still trying to work out the best night for me to run and live stream.
Oh, that's never going to happen, Victoria.
It depends.
We've been trying for about 3 years to lock you down to a time.
It depends if you take on some more responsibility in the house.
Oh, here we go. The knives are out.
No, but I'm the one who goes to all the meetings and cooks dinner.
Yeah, I know, but I can't cook. I hate cooking, and the children hate my cooking. B, I can't stand school meetings. They're boring as heck, and I don't really care what happens in them.
Absolutely, Sarah. She says maybe if you cook dinner occasionally.
Oh, don't you start, Sarah. Honestly. Right, am I going back to Mondays? Yes. So Monday community run, I will be starting back after April, after we've done the marathons. So after Brighton Marathon and London Marathon, I will start back again at the Monday community run.
Lee says, okay, thank you. I will look out for it. And yes, Victoria, we need an all-ladies run.
We do. We need an all-ladies run, which I will lead. Victoria can be sweeper with the red beacon. No?
I'm not rising to that.
We have to lock Victoria down to a time and a day that she regularly does 1 day a week, a ladies' run on Zwift.
Men are still welcome to join.
No, I don't think they should be allowed to. I think it should definitely be a ladies' run. Paul Hayward says, Clive, you'll have to wear your ladies' top for that run. He won't get in otherwise.
And Clive, which one I was going to say, because doesn't Clive have a ladies' Zwift t-shirt and a Paris Marathon t-shirt?
Well, didn't he give that to Sebastian? No? Or Sebastian's got a ladies' Paris Marathon t-shirt as well, hasn't he?
Paul Hayward said 12 years and over. Tina says, I said that.
What does he mean by 12 years and over? Does he mean our marriage? I think that's what he's getting at. Listen, we've survived worse than this. I've slept on the sofa before, you know.
You?
Only because I watched TV till late and I fell asleep.
Tortoise says, will you be wearing your Sunday dress, Stephen?
Of course. It's the only way I'll get on the run. Is if I put a dress on and Victoria won't know who I am. So I'll be able to run next to her, like in secret. Like Superman and Clark Kent. You know, Clark just has to put a pair of glasses on and nobody can recognise that he's actually Superman. That's what it'd be like with me in a dress. Clive says, I've fallen asleep on the sofa before. Lucy purposefully leaves me there so she can have the bed to herself.
I tell you what, it was a game changer when we got that super king size bed. It feels like I've got the bed to myself.
Yeah, we
even
do.
When Stephen's in bed.
We do have a massive double bed.
No, it's a super king.
It's a super king size. So if I get in bed and Victoria gets in bed the other side, we have to send a messenger pigeon if we want to talk to each other.
Sarah says king size is the best.
We could definitely fit it. Clive says, do you have a pillow between you? We could definitely fit a pillow between us, yes.
Gosh, Tortoise says frilly knickers over the dress then. Superwoman style. Sarah would personally prefer her own room.
So not just her own bed, but her own room as well. Well, that's what we're planning when we are rich.
I'll have my own house.
No, we just have a mansion. We have a massive mansion, and I'll sleep in one wing. I'll sleep in the west wing, and you can sleep in the east wing. Or...
Never shall the twain meet.
Or, like Rebecca by Daphne du Maurier, whichever one of us goes mad first is locked in the attic. And we all know who's going to go mad first, out of me and Victoria. Victoria's not rising to that one.
Or Hayward said it sounds like Steptoe and Son episode.
I must admit, I never really watched Steptoe and Son. I'm far too young.
I used to really enjoy it.
It was an ITV show, wasn't it? We were definitely a BBC family. Actually, that's one thing that Marcus...
I thought it was BBC.
Oh, maybe it... Was it? I think it was ITV. Anyway, Sarah Jacobson, Marcus Holmes, Yoko, in the States, you know how we have this pathetic class system in the UK? Oh, by the way, Anthony Anderson says, that's it for him. Says, good run by all. Keep going. Well done. Thank you.
Well done, Anthony.
Well done, Anthony.
Thanks for joining.
Thanks, Anthony. Take care. In the States, so right, in the UK, we have various TV channels. In the old days, we only had 3 or 4 channels. And if you were, well, let's say, some people would be BBC people and other people would be ITV people.
I would have said we were a BBC family.
We were a BBC family. Some people would be a brown sauce family. Some people would be a tomato ketchup family.
And some people would be HP sauce, not
Sorry,
brown.
HP sauce, sorry.
Sorry, Sarah says enough walking for me, but we'll still hang around for the stream.
Well done, Sarah. So Sarah's going to log off Zwift. We've done 11 kilometres now. We've got just over 15 minutes left of the run. Some families love Marmite, some don't. Yeah, but I wouldn't put Marmite in the kind of category of like BBC or ITV, HP sauce or tomato ketchup. What other things do we have like that kind of divided class lines?
Colour television or black and white?
No, well, no, because everyone had colour TV in the 70s and 80s, didn't they? I mean, when we were growing up.
Anyway, Tina says that they bought their current house mainly because it had enough rooms for them to get away from each other if necessary. Lee Bet says HP sauce, as I have a ketchup phobia.
Yeah, HP sauce for me as well, Lee. Oh, I was going to give ride-ons at 1 hour in, wasn't I?
Yeah, we're definitely an HP sauce family. Although there are some situations when I would prefer ketchup.
Marcus says, what about newspapers? Is there a class divide there? Well, I would say no. I would say it's much more political divide there. So, you know...
Yeah, Stephen says, Sebastian said, Stephen, don't forget the
Don't forget the kudos. Yes, absolutely. So I'll go on. Let me do the kudos now.
Thank you for the reminder.
I don't think there is a class divide on newspapers, although you could argue there is, I suppose.
Clive likes tomato sauce. What was that? Just disappeared. Got the chat, Stephen.
Tomato sauce with a Cornish pasty, but mayonnaise with chips.
See, I like salad cream with chips.
Salad cream with chips?
Yeah.
What is the matter with you?
Curry sauce with chips.
Paul Hayward likes a newspaper with his chips.
Chips and gravy. That was always a classic at uni.
There's Marcus Holmes. There's Tiago. Well done, Tiago. There's Nick Betts. Well done, Nick. Nick's on 15 kilometres now. Well done, Nick. Good work. And Giordano from Belgium. Well done to you, buddy.
Tina is a vinegar on everything girl.
Yeah, I'd go with vinegar on most things. Right, there's the ride-ons all done, I think. Shout if you haven't got one from me. And we're headed down Fox Hill, back down to the tube station, where we'll get in 2 kilometres, and we won't quite get inside the tube station before the end of the run. 13.5 kilometres will be our max at this pace. How have you found the treadmill, Victoria?
Very good. I'm enjoying it. Amy Green says, love, love, love vinegar.
With 10 minutes to go, I'm going to jump off and have a swig of tea.
I love that sticky balsamic vinegar.
What is that drink? Right, quite often I will be sitting on the sofa, happily drinking a cup of coffee or a cup of tea, and Victoria will come and she'll sit next to me and she'll waft her drink under my nose, and it's absolutely disgusting. What is it, Vic?
Apple cider vinegar with honey.
Apple cider vinegar with honey. There is something wrong with you.
Tina Beard says, especially the vinegar from a pickle jar.
Okay.
Isn't that something good for runners?
Yes. It's supposed to be good for recovery, isn't it, or something? Rehydration. It's good for rehydration. Because it's got water, but then it's got salts as well. It's just disgusting to drink. So I'm quite pleased that for the past few kilometres, most of the kilometres of this run, I've had an average heart rate in zone 1. And I think that's an improvement.
Very impressive.
I'm not sure very impressive, but it's good anyway. I'm pleased.
I'm in zone 3.
Okay.
Sarah Jacobson is asking, do you feel 100% recovered now?
What, from illness? Yes. So from illness, I do feel 100% recovered. But I'm going to trot out my phrase that Tina Beard last night said, this is becoming your stock phrase. I am nowhere near fit. So fully recovered, not fit. And we hit 12 kilometres with 10 minutes to go of the run. Let me just have a swig of tea.
Oh. That'll be spilt tea.
Just spilt tea over the new treadmill.
Sebastian is green the whole run for him.
So zone 2 for Sebastian. Two more interval sessions to go to get that heart rate working in zone 4 and 5. And that will help to bring your resting heart rate down. It'll help to improve your VO2 max. And these long runs, if you can get out and do a longer run than this as well, couple of hours outside, then that will help to reduce your average heart rate as well during these kind of runs.
So during this run, I went into zone 3. I had one chocolate Malteser and a sip of tea, and that brought my heart rate back down into zone 2.
See, I reckon that would put my heart rate up,
No, it always...
having
Food or drink, it usually settles my heart rate.
I find that really odd.
Well,
But good, I mean, whatever works for you.
yeah, it works for me.
Thank you so much, everyone, for joining tonight. Really appreciate it. Still got 8 minutes to go. So just jogging down the hill. Now, it does actually feel psychologically like we're running downhill.
I always enjoy that.
Lee Betts is going to attempt her long run tomorrow. Lee, do you ever run with your husband? Do you ever run together?
Tina finds that interesting, that I can lower my heart rate on the treadmill by hydrating or having some calories.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't know whether it's partly psychological that I relax more, but it definitely works for me.
Amy's been in zone 3 for the whole run, and that's actually quite good for her. So that shows that your fitness is improving,
Yeah,
Amy.
Well done, Amy.
So Amy's going to attempt her long run.
Monday.
She's going to try 18 miles on Monday. Lee Betts is going to do her long run tomorrow. So I think if you're training for a marathon or something, this run that we're doing tonight, 90 minutes, unless you're a new runner just starting out or you're coming back from injury, this shouldn't really be classed as a long run. It's a medium long run. If you're training for a marathon, your long runs should really be 10 miles and over. So out for a couple of hours at least, a good couple of hours. And I would recommend doing those outside. We love Zwift, but there is a place for Zwift and there's a place for outdoor running. And I think your long runs, probably most of the time, should be outdoors. A couple of hours, out on the trails even, just nice slow running. Keep your heart rate in zones 1 and 2 if you can. If you have to walk, then do. Just get time on feet is the thing to do, really.
Yep, and I had walking breaks last Saturday. Sebastian and Tortoise have said, well done, Amy. Lee Betts says she doesn't often run with her husband because his legs are very long.
Marcus says there is absolutely no place for outdoor running. Marcus doesn't know what the outdoors is.
Now we know that's not true.
It was Marcus was hilarious the other night because we were all talking about what temperature it is, and of course over here in Europe we're all metric based, whereas we know in the States they still work in Fahrenheit like Neanderthals. But Marcus, bless his heart, tried to join in with the metric centric language. And he told us it was 25 degrees in Tokyo. But he admitted afterwards he had no idea what numbers he was saying. He's just making them up. Yeah, he didn't have a clue what that meant in real life. Marcus is 14 kilometres into his run. Yoko is 13.7 kilometres in. And the yellow and red beacons, we're about 12.8k in with about 700 metres left to go. Victoria's going to catch up with chat.
At some point, Stephen will catch up with in-game chat.
Oh, in-game chat, okay. I like to do my first outdoor run of the season at the marathon itself. Yeah. A man of simple needs is Marcus.
Less than 5 minutes to go.
No, it's just over. It's more than 4 minutes. Actually, I lie. It's actually less than 4 minutes. Right, any plans for the weekend, anyone? What are people doing over the weekend? We're going to do parkrun tomorrow. My daughter Elsa is on a little bit of a mission at the moment to try and improve her parkrun time. So we're going to go for it again tomorrow. Try and get around about 28 minutes tomorrow at parkrun. And then on Sunday, I have a 20-mile run in Kingston upon Thames. So running on the Thames path and then round through Kingston and by Hampton Court Palace for a 20-miler on Sunday morning.
Sarah says, my goal is to start running outside again soon, but need to feel confident I don't wheeze cough for at least an hour inside first. And Amy says, well done to Elsa, by the way, for last week's park run.
Thank you, Amy. Yeah, we're going to go for it again tomorrow.
Tina Beard will be weight training tomorrow.
Thank you so
Easy
much for
run
joining today,
on
everyone.
Sunday. Tina, I need to do weight training. It's something both Stephen and I really, really must do.
We have 2 more remaining of the Brighton Marathon Training on a Friday. We also have 2 more interval sessions remaining on a Wednesday.
Clive says, well done everyone, good work. Thank you, Stephen and Victoria. Have a good evening all and a fantastic weekend. See you next week.
Really hope
Cheers,
to see
bye.
you at one of those.
Thanks, Clive. Tina says, I'm feeling the benefit
Then we will see
of the
some
weight
you
training
IRL
on
in
rest days.
Sussex, UK on April 5th.
And the older we get, the more important it is to interject weight training. Sebastian says, thanks, cousins, for the entertainment. You're welcome. Laurie says, I like the strength training sessions from Fit by Mick YouTube channel. Great workout.
Yeah,
Oh.
Tina was recommending a yoga session on YouTube to me as well.
I'll have to look at that one.
Amy says, brilliant, everyone.
Laurie says, have a great weekend, everyone.
Marcus says, great job, everyone. Yoko says, thank you very much, everyone. Thank you, Yoko and Marcus.
Sarah says, Tina, I did a 20-minute strength session earlier this week and have been sore for days. Paul Hayward says, great session again. Now ready for the weekend. Tortoise says, well done all. Hope the weather holds out for everyone's runs tomorrow. Amy says, thank you both. See you soon. Tina says, keep it up, Sarah. I have been missing doing my deep water workout because that has been my upper body strength training. But I've ditched that in favour of these runs on a Friday night.
I thought your upper body strength training was punching me.
Yeah, in my dreams.
20 seconds to go, everyone. Well done. Congratulations on finishing this. If you did the whole 90 minutes, amazing. Well done. And even if you just joined for a few, if you walked, it doesn't matter. Well done. Thanks for joining. Good work.
Jurga says, thanks, gang. Well done, everyone. Thanks for joining.
Marcus says he stinks at weight training. He also stinks at planking.
He's probably better than me at both of those, though.
We are done. But great at kicking poo, says Paul Hayward. he is great at kicking poo, that is true.
Tina says, well done, runners. Have a great weekend.
Thanks, Tiago. Thanks, Tina. Thanks, Amy. Thanks, Tortoise, Paul Hayward, Sarah Jacobson, Laurie Paulson, Sebastian, Amy Green, Marcus, Anthony Anderson, Tiago, I've said already. Paul Hayward, I've said already. Victoria. Thank you, Victoria.
Thank you. You're
Appreciate
welcome.
it. Victoria has cooked spaghetti bolognese.
No.
What?
No, I have started. I've cooked the bolognese sauce.
Right.
Now I need to add the corn and cook the pasta.
Are we having pasta, not spaghetti?
Well, spaghetti.
We are having spaghetti.
Spaghetti is pasta.
Well, I know, but it's specific, isn't it? We need to know details, Victoria. Okay, we are off. We will see you all on Tuesday. So this is the last broadcast now until Tuesday. So Saturday is parkrun. Sunday, I'm running in London. Monday, we've got track in the evening here, which Victoria might join again as well. And then we'll be back live on Zwift, on the Zwift Run channel on Tuesday morning with the Film My Run 500. And then Tuesday evening we will do, we might even do that ZLDR run, because we've had such good fun with them for the past 2 weeks. That's been a good run. So we might do that on Tuesday. Other than that, if you want to keep in touch with exactly what sessions we have, don't forget we have the website is zwift.run, and you will find a live schedule there of the runs that we are doing throughout the week, and I'm trying to keep it updated. Till Tuesday, guys, take care, have a great weekend, and enjoy whatever you're doing. Look after yourselves, and we'll see you Tuesday. Bye-bye.
Bye.